Good morning. It is 3:29 a.m. in the morning. Well, I'm not sure if this is considered as morning, but I've been up since like 2:30, 3 o'clock. Just been sitting here thinking about life again. And I just can't go back to sleep. My sleeping schedule has been terrible lately, but I can't help it. It's just all of these things that I'm worrying about, so keeping me up at night. But it is also true that at every single point in my life, whether I'm 16, 14, 12, 7, or even 5 years old, I always had things that I was worrying about. But you know what the cool part, looking back, is that those things that I was afraid of, those things that I was worrying about, they aren't that bad. They're not. Like, I could to go back there in time right now, I would have overcome it so easily. But now I'm facing new problems, new worries, but they seem to be almost impossible to overcome. Why do you know what? Why are they seem so unreachable right now? Like sitting here pondering, thinking about the mistakes, the wrong decisions, the bad choices I've made, and I cannot get over it. And then I wonder if I ever gonna get there, get out of this mess, and just live a normal life like everyone else. Find girlfriends and just do normal things, normal people things, like getting off work, going to the bar, hanging out with friends, having hobbies, doing things. But instead, what I'm doing, I just work from 9 to 7. But people like to come in at 6:30, 6:45. So I don't get up at 7, I get up at 8. Because we have to clean up. So basically I work from 9 to 8. From Monday to Saturday. And I'm so glad that they're closing on Sunday now this year. So this year I haven't done any Sunday work. So I'm glad I got Sundays off. And I cannot complain though. I'm luckier than most people. A lot of people don't have job, places to stay, so I'm grateful for that. But I guess I've just been really looking at the people that ahead of me, quote unquote ahead of me, or seem to be having a better life than me. But it is also true that the grass is always greener on the other side, but I never really noticed the grass that more shittier on the different side. I always look at the better one, the good looking one, but not the shitty looking one. But anyway. Grateful. I'm grateful for everything. I try to be. And yet, I'm still sitting here being miserable. Miserable because of the bad decisions, the wrong decisions, that I made. And I cannot get over it. And that's probably why I'm sitting here staying up at 3:30 in the morning, because I can't sleep. I can't stop thinking about them. The wrong decisions that I made. And it's fucking suck. It feels like you have nothing left to lose. It suck. It's like you're working so hard to get to where you are, and then just imagine this: you're climbing this mountain. You fell to the ground. Then you try again, and you keep on falling down. But this time, it was so much different than every other time, because I was able to climb much higher than numerous times before. This time, I was able to climb double the amount of every single of those times that I used to be, and then falling back down. This time, I was able to get so much higher. And then everything was feeling so great. Sunshine, rainbow. Oh, I can finally breathe. Things are great again. And life is great. Everything is great. Finally I can relax. Maybe I can start going to find me a girl. Maybe I can start a new hobby. Maybe I can finally go into the grocery store and get whatever the hell I want, without having to worry about financial, money. Now I can finally lay back on this couch and watch the sunrise in the morning, and be content with my life. But no. Here I am again, climbing so high, just to fall all the way to the bottom again. And it's hurt. It's fucking hurt. I guess it's just, physics. The higher you climb, the higher you fall. And the more it's hurt. And it's really a suck to just laying here, sitting here, on the bottom again. And it's like you're sitting here on this pit, looking up to the mountain, and see where you were. And you climb so high, and you guess where you are now, back here again. And it is so hard to find the willpower to stand back up and climb again. Because it's hurt. It's fucking painful. And I don't know what to do. And that's where I'm at in life right now. I'm just so fed up with everything. But then I have to go to work. And I guess that's one of the great things about working with family. I have to put up a mask. I have to make it seem like everything is great. Everything is alright. There's nothing to worry about. And I have to keep up with it. Smile. Acting like everything's great, everything's alright. And you know what the funny part is? I haven't let any of my family, well, my dad, he came and helped me put some stuff in the apartment. But he was the only one. Well, one of my nephew, he helped me put on a TV up here because I live on the third floor, so I needed someone. But except those two, no one else had come to my apartment. They wanted to, but I didn't let them. Did you know what the funny part is? I even trick them into thinking that I have a girl that live here. I didn't even do anything. I didn't even say or anything. Nothing. But I just let them do whatever with their imaginary. And they just think that I have someone to live here. That's why I don't let them come over. So I just let them be. Just let them think it that way. Because Mom, she want a grandchild. And I could tell that ever since I moved out here, it's been 2 months now, and she seemed to be more at ease with herself, and she seemed to be happy, thinking that I finally found me a girlfriend after a long time, because she wanted me to get married and have kids and all that stuff. But little does she know, it's just me here. But anyway, I'll just keep it that way, Let her, think about it. So it helped, And it's like the placebo effect. If you believe certain things, you feel a certain way. And if she think about it that way, and she could feel better, and she's, doing things more positively, then I'll just let her. Oh man, I'm sorry. I just went totally off track of what I was talking about. But what I'm trying to say is that I will always have things to worry about. And what if this fall, this huge setback is meant to be? What if this is a blessing in disguise that was meant to be? So I could grow and become the person I always wanted to be. Because I asked for it. And this is what I get. Maybe this is the price of growing up. I don't know. I wish I knew. But a lot of things you won't be able to understand until it's past. Only you can understand in hindsight once it's all over. And looking back, I don't know. I'm just trying to say these things so I can feel better about myself. But maybe it is true, If everything in my life was so great, everything was always sunshine and rainbow, and the mountain that I'm climbing right now, I always climb and go and never fall. And if I never fall in my life, if I never hurt, if I never felt the pain of regret, the pain of failures, the pain of looking back to the past and wishing you could have done differently, the pain of just being human, if I never felt those pain from falling off the climb, if I never felt any of those things, these things that I'm feeling, then would I ever learn? Would I ever become stronger mentally? Good question. It's a very good question. Because imagine this. If everything was always sunshine and rainbow, and then 5 years later, all of a sudden, I got fucked up. I fell from the cliff. Because I, climbed so high. I think I'll be miserable. I think I'll be really, really, really fucked up. Because I was never built for it. I never went through hardships in my life. And it would be rough. It would be hard to overcome it. Maybe these shitty things I'm going through right now is my training ground for my back to feel the pain from falling, So maybe one day in the future, if I fall again, I'll be able to get back up because I've been there before. I wouldn't be so miserable because I've been there before. Maybe these are the lessons that I needed to learn. Maybe. But it's like when you're in the thick of it, when you're going through it, you don't know. You don't know that these are the blessing in disguise. I think I'm just saying that just to make myself feel better so I can get back to sleep. But I really do need some sleep right now. And I hope saying all this out will just, help me go back to sleep. Well, thank you for listening, and I hope I'll see you next one.